Okay, here we go. Welcome to AFRL Season 2, Round 9, where last time out, AFRL Sonoda won the Drivers' World Champion by really being taken out on lap 3 or 4. His competitors didn't get enough points to keep the title fight alive. So right now, these last two races are focused towards the constructors, so it'll be very interesting to see how things pan out, especially in the Aston Martin garage. We're just waiting for Gavin to get ready up, and we'll go straight into quali. Okay then, here we are. In quali for Mexico. 14 competitors this time, a bit lower than last week. 18 minutes qualifying session. Who's going to come out first? It is an Alfa Romeo and a Haas. Oh, it was just a Haas, sorry. That would be LGN Animator. Let's put on the track map. There we go. Let's put that on this car. There we go. Animator last time out. Got pole position in Italy by about 2.5 tenths, 3 tenths, something like that. He's out on medium tyres right now. It's 36 laps of Mexico in the race, and he could be hoping for a medium hard or just taking a banker lap on the medium tyres. A lot more drivers on their out laps now, but the first go for a flying lap will be Animator. We'll stay with him for this lap. There's yellow flags in the entry to the stadium. Probably just a Red Bull slowing down. But here he is, LG Animator, trying to get a second pole position in 2 races. That is a Ferrari and a Haas coming together in Sector 2. Ronan and Wildstorm also on flying laps. To be expected, trying to make a sector of purple first sector. He's the only car to have done so far. As I said before, this weekend and next weekend is solely focused on the constructors, with 5 teams technically could win the title still. Jonathan getting held up a tiny bit by his teammate there, and the Wildstorm is out. He's been crashed out. It's the fastest lap by Animator. The Wildstorm has crashed out of quali in the middle of the lap in the S's in Sector 2. Animator sets a 1:15.389, Ronan 1:15.8, so 5 tenths slower in that Red Bull car. Setting the fastest third sector though, to be expected, with Animator being held up by Electric Beast. DRC Spark in Aston Martin. Coming around the stadium section. Yellow flag in sector 1 and 2, that is Haas and then Alpha Tauri. BRC Spark, a 1:14.855. That's what we like to see from the Aston Martins. Another 5/10 quicker than Geoanimator. Hold on. I'm surprised it's still broadcasting, to be honest. Yes, NRX Flying Pros. That is a new username being used by Ivan these final two races and next season. 1:15.291. We got pulling in to second. The other McLaren HyperX Rem is 1:15.499, and Nathan Hotspur's 1:16.527. I'll get the tyre details. All of them except for Nathan on soft tyres, setting the laps. Yellow flag in sector 3, that is cars just trying to slow down to get the good line out of that final corner. The Haas of Alexis Beast is coming round stadium, going very wide and taking the corner, and just losing the whole lap in that stadium section. And into the pits they go. And validated lap by NRX Sonoda. Into the pits they come as well. Lewis reserving for the Alpha Tauris this race. Up into 6th at 1:16.173 on the soft tyres. .5 minutes here, that's a very wide turn by Velocity, invalidating that lap. Yeah, so about 11.5 minutes to go in this session. One DNF in the middle of the race, middle of the lap, by the Wildstorm in the Alfa Romeo. And that is the Ferrari of Velocities, storming past Endo R Noble. And Lewis has retired from the quali session. That is there or thereabouts the same as the Wildstorm where he retired from. King Corbs is on his out lap, so the next lap time will be Velocity if he can keep it clean through his lap. I'll go on board with him through sector 2. He's managed to keep the lap going, keeping the 4 tyres on the track. Into stadium now. This looks like a quite good time here. Taking the tight line, and it is the fastest lap of the race, of the quali session. 1:14.848, and Geoanimator has retired now. This is proving really difficult for these drivers. 3 retirements in around the same place as the lap. Which means Geoanimator will not get a second pole position in as many races. He will start a maximum of 4th place. And with all the drivers behind him, very quick, I'm sure he'll drop down the order. As I say that, King Corbs goes 6th fastest, 1:15.832. Just under a second off Velocity. Stupid internet. Still going though. I'll just cancel that out. Yeah. We're back once again. Third time lucky, maybe. Who else is retired? Lewis, Germinator, and Marstorm. Oh, Lewis is just retired. Ronan's just retired. Turn 1, 2, 3. Exit of 3. And that's his volley over. Not much else going on. Alexis Beast has set a lap time of 1:18.169. Seven minutes left in the session. Gavin hasn't set a lap time yet, still in the pits. Neither has Sonoda. Season 2's driver world champion now, but he has just set the purple first sector. And MWR Noble. JF1 still to make a lap time as well. Invalidated for NRX Sonoda. This is Gavin coming out of the pits now, 6.5 minutes to go. Nathan Hotspur's also out of the pits. And Velocity just setting his flying lap now. MWR Noble 1:15.920. Why is the... There you go. On the medium times as well, it's not a bad time to set. 1.1 seconds off the leader. That's a fairly reasonable gap to have on a different compound tyres. You can surely get the fastest medium. Oh! Alexis Beast a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Velocity, as you just seen. Velocity didn't know which way to go. I'm sure Alexis Beast was trying to get out of his way. And it's just disaster struck for the Ferrari driver. And now the Haas driver's tyres will be very hot, making him... Oh, what is he doing? Very dangerous from Alexis Beast. Going on and off the track again. Luckily this time it didn't end in a crash again. Yeah, as I was saying, his tyres are just so hot, he can't even turn properly. Cutting the corner, going into the pits I'm sure. As all of that's been happening, HyperX Renz 1:14.330 on a 2-lap holes soft compound tyres is the fastest qualifying time we've had this weekend. And NRX Sonoda only 16 thousandths slower than the McLaren. The same age tyres. This is looking very good for the Aston Martins, as they only need about 30 points to outscore the Alfa Romeos and only be fighting the Ferraris for the constructors. VRC Spark on another flying lap, keeping it clean through those S's. A purple middle sector is very good to have on your fourth, and still improving. Keeping it clean round the final two corners. This looks like a very good lap. Will he improve? Yes, he will. Up into third place for the Aston Martin driver, a 1:14.499. Pushes velocity down the order once again. Joe Animator retired earlier this session. He's now in 6th. Still the fastest medium compound tyre driver is Ronan, who also crashed out early this session. With 2.5 minutes left to go in this qualifying session. The final laps will be coming as soon as it hits about 1.5 minutes. Williams coming into the pits. There's only Spark on his lap. Not improving. Lap data. Looks like that's one that isn't Alpha Tauri. It looks like. Yeah, it's a much slower lap time. He'll be coming into the pits, I'm sure. Yes, he will. King Corbs, that was, bringing his yellow flags out earlier. NRX flying Croat. I think that's how you pronounce it. Trying to get that gap to his teammate to give him the slipstream, but not interfere with that dirty air coming off the first McLaren. He will get dirty air now though, as Haas comes out of the pits, and he could get held up if he gets too close. Alexis Beast on his outlap is the Haas. King Corbs on a flying lap as well. He's got plenty of clean air. We'll stay with Alexis Beast for now as Flying Crobat comes closer and closer. And to our Noble JF1 also on a flying lap. And that might have been a good thing for Alexis Beast, cutting that whole corner there, giving NRX Flying Karat the room he needs, but also not getting in the way and getting it more penalties. And that is qualifying over. The 4 drivers already finished. VRC Spark is a maximum of 3rd. NRX Flying Croat 6th maximum. Gavin 10th. And Nathan Hotspurs on the medium tyres in 12th. These final drivers coming round the corners. King Corbs up into 4th for 1:14.592. Who is next across the line? It is NRX Sonoda, Season 2 World Champion. And he stops before the line. Is that tactical? It might be tactical, as MWR Noble JF1 goes 2nd fastest, beating NRX Sonoda to 2nd place. 1:14.345, 1,000th quicker than the World Champion, as Alexis Beast retires from this session in the SS once again, and that is qualifying over. We'll give you the full race what's it called? Race lineup, I think. I don't know. But anyway, HyperX Renz in the McLaren gets pole position. 1:14.158 was the time to beat. No one else could beat it. Second, MWR Noble JF1. Third, NRX Sonoda. Fourth, BRC Spark. Fifth, King Corbs. Veloxity in 6th. Flying Kite in 7th. Joanimator 8th. Ronan 9th. Gavin 10th. Then we'll go down to the non-points paying positions, even though there isn't any points paying positions in qualifying. It's Lewis in 11th, Nathan Hotspur in 12th, Alexis Beast in 13th, and the Wild Storm with no time in 14th. And we'll go to the race now. Once again, I've been put in a car. I just have to retire. Why have I been put first actually? Why not last? Oh, it's a realistic grid, that's why. We will have to restart this race. Lewis just flies into my guy. Yeah, we'll have to restart it. Quit out the session. We'll get an invite back to the lobby shortly. I'll join back to the lobby if I can. I cannot, so I need an invite. We have the invite now. We're not restarting quali, by the way. It's just a race that NRX Sonoda, the person who made this lobby, would just put a custom grid. Waiting for 3 more drivers. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 3 more drivers. There's Gavin. Still waiting for the Wild Storm to come back. There's loads of hot stars. Only waiting for the Wild Storm without Alfa Romeo so we can start this race. Why does it no longer exist? There you go. Make sure I'm a spectator. I really hope this can fix itself. Snowden hasn't picked a car yet. We are all waiting. Here we go. Yeah, just about to say, we're all waiting for Snow to pick it up from Martin. Now Gavin getting ready up. Or not. This will be an interesting race if there's anything to go by last week. Especially with the fact that Mexico isn't that great for league races, but we've had to substitute it in. Can I have the grid camera? That's it, starting grid. Who are we waiting for? This must be where the drivers are choosing their fuel loads and car setups and tyres strategies. Still waiting for players. Yes, it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 red lights are out, and we go racing in Mexico. HyperX Renz gets off to a good start. MD1 Noble alongside him for Ferrari. Velocity gets off to a good start as well. So does NRX and Noda. They're all going at it into the first corner, almost trying to make it 4 wide. But it's just 2 wide for now. The McLaren and the Aston Martin, whilst one's left the session. I'm guessing he's lagged out. I might do in a minute. But HyperX Renz holds on to that first place outside, out of the first sector. A lot of overtakes being done lower down the field. Velocity gets up in the 4th. Pit stop strategy, 2 stops for this race. Soft, medium, or a soft, hard. Hard's pitting just a bit earlier than the mediums. Only 2 tenths separate the first 2 right now, as the Aston Martins are looking for as much points as they can this time out, to cement them as the drivers and constructors champions. So here we go down the main straight for lap 2. The fastest lap of the race by HyperX Rens. Flying Croat passes Ronan on the straight. He's going to go for a dive. No, he won't. He's too far back. Lagging behind is Wildstorm's AI. And he's going back. There you go. Not much changes. Nathan Hotspurs gets past Lewis for 11th position. Flying Croat. Oh, everyone's getting penalties now. Flying Croat, Ronan and Gavin. 3-second time penalties for multiple warnings of exceeding track limits. All happened in the same sector. All the Aston Martin getting a bit of contact from the Alfa Romeo, and the Alfa Romeo getting that 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Gavin into the pits then. I'm assuming that's for wing changes. As it makes it 3 wide into turn 1, it can't work, but they've kept it alive somehow, slipping and sliding into the chicanes. There will be DRS this lap. But the battle right now is for third place. The Ferrari Velocity and the Alfa Romeo of MWR Noble JF1, only 2.5 tenths between each other. Everyone else more or less a second, except for the front two. We go down the main straight again. Everyone down to 7th will get DRS this time around. Tsunoda probably too far back right now to make any sort of move into turn 1. Yes, he is. Ferrari looking for a move on that Alfa Romeo. Doesn't make it work though. Everyone seemed to hold positions for these first 4 laps of the race, and Lewis gets a penalty for exceeding track limits. More or less half the grid have track limits now. Velocity gets a 3-second time penalty. And so does HyperX Rens. That won't help him defend this lead at all. Only drivers not to have penalties so far are the Wildstorm, Nathan Hotspurs, King Corbs, and NRX Tsunoda. Oh, and BLT Spark as well. And Tsunoda is a lot closer this time. Will have DRS and should get the move done into turn 1. Noble is closing in on him though, probably using some of that DRS deployment. So Noble couldn't catch up to him, so HyperX Rens must have been using that ERS to stay in front for as long as he possibly can. Some gaps starting to form in the order right now, 2 seconds from 6th to 7th, and then 2.5 seconds from 8th to 9th. Some drivers getting more penalties. Alexis Beast has been overtaken by the Wildstorm. And the Ferrari going for a move. Will he make it work? No. Even Rosberg's retired from the session. A crash coming out of that middle sector, the S's, and it will be a safety car. The front two runners coming into the pits, HyperX Rens and NRX Sonoda, both Aston Martins actually, they're going to double stack and it's not going to help them at all, as BRC Spark is going to be held up quite a lot here. But that does mean the McLarens get held up as well. It's even going to be worse for the McLarens, being held up by the Aston Martin second driver. And HyperX Rens has just come out of the pits in 7th. It was lucky it was a safety car. Ralston gets 3 seconds of penalties. It puts MWR Noble JF1 in the lead of this race on lap 6 of 36, followed by the Ferrari of Velocity, and then the 3rd place Joanimator in the Haas car. Don't forget, most of these drivers from 4th back have pitted. Sonoda's going on the hard tyres, so it looks like a soft, hard, soft strategy for him. Mostly everyone else on the medium tyres. HyperX Rens going soft, soft, so it will be a medium or hard after this stint. So there's only 4 drivers left with the soft tyres. HyperX Rens is going for that soft, then the option tyre. Joanimator, a 5-second collision, a 5-second penalty for collision with Lewis under the safety car. But it is HyperX Rens getting that option after the second stint. And Joanimator, Velocity and Noble still left to pit after this safety car period. Alexis Beast gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I'll give you an update on those time penalties. Noble has 6 seconds, Velocity 3, Joanimator 8 seconds, Lewis with 3, Wildstorm with 3, Sonoda with none, HyperX with 3, King Cobbs with 5, that will be speeding in the pit lane, Ronan with 6 seconds, Flying Pro at 8 seconds, Gavin with 3 seconds, and Alexis Beast with a drive-through penalty. There is the tyre choice. Joanimator is on the medium tyres actually. Okay. So it's just the first 2 that I still have to pit. Joanimator, Lewis and Wildstorm starting on the tyres they are now. So they will get a jump on the front 2 runners. And the safety car is in this lap, so the cars will bunch up, with Alexis Beast still being over 21 seconds behind. And it's quite a large gap from Noble to Velocity. And now Noble has been slowing down the pack, going under the bridge. When's he gonna go? It's now. He gets off to a very good restart, followed by Velocity, who will get that slipstream plus the dirty air. See all that dust kicking up in the face of the Ferrari. And the Ferrari will make a move. It's gonna be tight. Gets the inside for turn 2. Noble gets his elbows out though. And he's dropped a place soon to be 2 if Joanimator can get that traction out of those medium tyres. And he goes around the outside to the inside Does he make it work? Yes, he does. That is a beautiful move by Geronimotor. Gavin gets a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits once again. But from just leading the pack out of the safety car, Noble, NWR Noble JF1 loses 2 places. Is now being caught by his teammate, the Wild Storm. Flying Croat gets 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Lewis is going to try and make a move on the Wild Storm. Who is this though? That's Sonoda overtaking Lewis in the stadium section. VRC Spark overtaking King Cobbs as well as Flying Karat, and then King Cobbs is in the pits. HyperX Reigns gets past Lewis. Lewis tripping down the order a bit after trying to attack the Wild Storm. But it is Velocity who gets out of this safety car period and the following laps in first, followed by the Haas, then the 2 Alfa Romeos. And I didn't catch that on camera, but Noble gets past Geronimotor into the S's now. Gavin gets another 3-second time penalty. I'm sure he's close to disqualification, the amount of penalties he's getting. Spark closing in very quickly on Ronan. Let's go to that thing. Let's go to that battle actually. Look how close these 3 are. Battle for 7th right now. GRS is enabled this lap now. Not on this main straight though. Gavin retires from the session, going under the bridge. Lewis defending from Ronan, trying to make a move. Will he send it down the inside though? Yes, he will. Lewis going really deep. Still getting position though. Oh, it's another safety car, that's why. That will be for Gavin. No, it's another safety car. 2 safety cars in 10 laps this time. Sonoda, Spark and King Cobbs, the only drivers still to get penalties. Aston Martin's playing it safe in Mexico. Alexis Beast and King Cobbs has been told to go past the safety car while it waits for Velocity. Will drivers pit? Yes, they will. Velocity, Noble, JF1 and Geronimotor coming into the pits, leaving Sonoda up into first place with HyperX Renz, what they started out as, but the other way around. Ronan up into third on those medium tyres. BRC Spark up into fourth. McLaren's having a good day so far. Up into fifth is Flying Croat. Five cars at the safety car so far, waiting for the other 7 to join us. 2 DNFs so far, both brought out safety cars. This is the second of the safety cars when Gavin crashed out. Lewis with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. King Corbs gets past Alex, but it's under safety car. No, it's not. That is a legal overtake as Alexis Beast spins. Lap 12 almost of 36 now, a third of the way through. Drivers trying to warm up their tyres frantically, going across the whole width of the track. HyperX still sticking to that soft option strategy. We'll see whose strategy is more superior. Aston Martin or McLaren right now. That is Alexis Beast in the pits. Just come out. Looks like he's got a new front wing. Safety car should be coming in this lap or the next. Find out in just a minute if it is this lap. It doesn't look like it's going to be this lap. We have to go around once more, I'm guessing. Oh, it is in this lap, it's just a really late call. Okay. So now they're backing up the grid, causing a lot of barging together behind him. But he will get away now. Quite a bad restart for Tsunoda. He's being chased by HyperX friends, swerving around the track. HyperX also trying to defend from Ronan, who's looking down the inside. And he probably will get down the inside. He will, but he will spin out, hitting the wall, losing a lot of places and down to the back of the grid. After trying to go for an ambitious move on HyperX friends. That puts everyone at one place. Geraldo try to make a move on Spark. He will do it. And he'll make that move done. Geraldo pitting for the softs just a few laps ago. Trying to make a move, he can't do it, that's very ambitious. Probably some would say a bit silly as well. Tsunoda got a 3-second time penalty now, as well as Spark and King Corb, so everyone at least one time penalty. This race has got a bit more interesting. Geraldo is going for the dummy move onto the inside part of the track. Going back in and out. Deciding to go down the outside to get the inside line into turn 2, righting the curbs a bit, and push onto the curbs for turn 3. He does have the better grip on those soft tyres, he makes it done, up into third. Roland is in the pits once again. Alexis Beast falling away from Lewis. Geraldo getting up into second now. Using that DRS? No, just before. Passes for fourth. Oh! The Wildstorm goes for an outside overtake. Rounds the whole of the last two corners. He makes it done. What a move. Up into fourth, the Alfa Romeo. Trying to get that first place from Tsunoda. Bit of oversteer coming out of turn 2 into turn 3. It'll be a drag race down to turn 4. Might have been going off the track there. This angle, camera angle's not being very good, but Tsunoda might have been pushed off the track there. It's a very tight battle for the lead. And it is generators for this middle sector at least. Soft tyres doing their magic against the hards of the Aston Martin. And the Haas driver now has a second gap on second place. The Flying Croat has DNF'd, crashed out. I'm not sure. I don't know when that was, but no safety car's been deployed, not even a virtual safety car. Trying to hold the lead from the incoming cars. Tsunoda defending very aggressively, cutting the corner to go with it. Tsunoda being swamped now by all the cars behind him with the DRS. Whilst I'm getting up into second now. HyperX Runs loses the place to Velocity. And Velocity might have been out. Oh, and there's a massive crash. Velocity gets hit by HyperX Rens into the side pod. I have no idea what the McLaren was thinking turning in like that. But now Tsunoda trying to get back at the Wildstorm. 7-8 tenths between the two. That was Alexis Beast getting the time penalty, but seeing Factorix once again. He will be lapped in the coming laps. On the mini-map you can see his white dot just in front of the leaders. Oh no, that's John Racer, I'm being stupid. I thought I was on the leader with Alfa Romeo. Anyway, Velocity gets past Lewis, trying to make a recovery drive now. After that incident, shall we say. Happening right now. Everyone's a decent gap away from each other, whilst I'm getting 3-second penalty, and that is the LC Spark going off the track to defend his 6th place from King Corbs. Lewis getting another 3 seconds as well. Rita extending the lead even further now, almost 3 seconds the gap. And Tsunoda is losing time again to the Wildstorm. Ronan with a 3-second penalty. King Corbs with a 3-second time penalty. We'll get some penalty details right now. Alexis Beast for the most, 12 seconds, followed by Ronan Lewis with 9. DLC Spark loses a place now to King Corbs. He's finally got that move done. Everyone else, 8 seconds to Spark. Noble gets up into 4th. Let's go and hit forward with him from the moment. Oh, and there's something wrong with HyperX Renz. He gets swamped by 2 more drivers. Down in the 7th now. Is that something wrong with the car, or is it just really bad exit? But King Corbs and Spark getting past him into that 3rd sector. HyperX Renz coming into the pits. It actually looks like wing damage. To be pitting right after that, those overtakes. And that's the AlphaTauri of King Corbs spinning out of turn 2, going into turn 3. Losing a lot of places and a lot of traction. Generator left the session, his AI now losing a lot of time. While Storm gains that 1st place from Geronimotor. The gap to NRX Sonoda now 2.5 seconds, with the other Alfa Romeo of Noble breathing down his neck, only 0.8 behind. Eleven drivers still in this race. Time penalties flying everywhere. That's now 15 seconds for Alexis Beast. Yellow flags. Any reason? Generated into the pits for another soft tyre. That is his AI, to be fair. King Corbs with 3 seconds. Noble closing up a lot now to Sonoda. Sonoda will probably try and back Noble off as much as he can to keep the title from Alfa Romeo, even though they are still like 50 points away. King Corbs gets past Lewis, a switch for the AlphaTauri drivers. That could have been team orders, or they could have just been racing. It looks like team orders, as King Corbs is on the softer compound. He will have faster pace on them. And it could be a move. Will it be a move? Yes, it will. Easy enough for the Alfa Romeo driver. Up into 2nd now. So now they're trying to fight back. Doesn't have the pace though, falling back further and further. 4.5 tenths. Noble will have DRS as well. The gap's now 6.5 tenths. It looks like Sonoda, it's just not your day. Yellow flags, that is a Haas? It was a Haas of Alexis Beast, not losing any wing damage, so probably just a spin. HyperX Renz getting past Geronimotor, on the hunt now for Alexis Beast. Sonoda will get the DRS. Flap now open. HyperX Renz 3 second time penalty. Sonoda too far back to make a move. Turn one comes just too quickly for him. Rowan with 3 second time penalty. This is the only close battle. Oh no, there we go. We'll get this one for now. HyperX being pushed onto the grass. Gets the move done though with the DRS. Bit of a cagey battle there. And that is a stupid move by Alexis Beast. He spins out, rightfully so. You can't go for a move there without getting damage or spinning. Teammate Geronimotor gets past him as well. DRC Spark looking to make a move on the Alpha Tauri of Lewis with the DRS, doesn't get there quite enough, goes down the inside into Castle, gets the move done. Castle, I mean Stadium. And Spark gets a 3-second penalty for his trouble overtaking. Kinkov's into the pits. He is taking the medium tyres to the end of this race. The first to do so, it looks like. Sonoda clawing those tenths, even 100ths back at a time on the DRS straights. Doesn't have the pace to stay with M01 Noble JF1 in the corners, it seems. Those hard tyres could be wearing away really quickly now then. With this scenario is a lockup. I didn't see what car it was. DRS for the Aston Martin now. Probably too far back to even think about making a move. Julian now. M01 Noble JF1 now starting to think about holding the Aston Martin off, as well as trying to pull away from him to stop him from getting more points for the team. Trying to keep that title hope alive as his teammate in 5th. See who's got the fastest lap. No. There we go. Velocity is so far the fastest lap. Sonoda will probably hit the softs around 3 or 4 laps time. That is the houses coming together in sector 2 to cause those yellow flags. Velocity up into 3rd now. The Wildstorm pits. What's he pitting for? It looks like either mediums or softs. It will be, I can't see from here, it'll be softs to go to the end of this race. 10 laps on those soft tyres. King Corbs with the fastest lap of the race now. Running in 7th so far. Wildstorm getting past BRC Spark on the much fresher tyres. Let's see. Yes, there we go. Sonoda and Spark, the worst for tyre wear right now on 18 laps, although Sonoda is on the hards, so he should go a bit longer if he wants to make that one stop work. His tyres will be screaming by the end, but he could. Velocity into the pits now, and Sonoda gets past Noble, but I don't know what happens there. Oh, migrating host. Yep. I think that is my game. Yes, yes, go away. Yeah, it was my game. Try and get an invite back in. Apparently I've already joined. Oh, we're back. See if anything's happened in the minute that I was away. Okay, so Sonoda and Julian are in. Why keep I saying Julian? I'm doing on Noble JF1 into the pits, while Storm back into the lead. King Corbs into the pits now. Pitting for those soft compound tyres to the end of the race. There's a safety car. This could be very interesting. There we go. So right now, everyone above 6, so the first, second, third, fourth and fifth will be fighting out on track, having the same amount of penalties as each one of each other. Where's the safety car? Not for a while yet. Ronan and Alexis beast into the pits. Soft tyres and soft tyres. Only Gyrometer's AI still knows medium tyres, it looks like. Julian into the pits again. What? What is happening? What is happening? Oh, this game. It might be my internet, but I don't really know anymore. It's definitely my internet. The race order is definitely not what it says on the left. It is the Alfa Romeo, the Wildstorm in first, followed by the Aston Martin of NRX Sonoda. Then followed by MWR Noble JF1 and then Velocity, BRC Spark, King Corbs, then HyperX. I think it's 6 now. Then Lewis, then Reanimator, then Ronan, and then Alexis Beast. It is 6 now. Who has the fastest lap still? The Wild Storm has it now. What is this thing again? So it was 26 points plus 15. That was 40. No. Yeah. 41 points. As it stands for the Alfa Romeo team. I'm not sure how true that fastest lap is though. Especially whatever is happening in this lobby. With my internet and the game. Safety car still. Okay, that's a really late call for a safety car. Anyway, we go racing once again. Over the third or fourth safety car now. Wildstorm gets away, followed very closely by NRX Sonoda, followed even more closely by the other Alfa Romeo of MWR Mobile JF1. I can't be blue flags. Sonoda diving down the inside, late braking, gets the move done, now up into first place, retakes the lead. We just hope that these Alfa Romeo cars don't get into a tangle with each other, because that could be disastrous for the team. They're trying to have to use each other to get closer to Sonoda, who's now over a second ahead. Rolling up into 8th now, passing Hyperx Renz. Velocity now catching up to Noble, as well as Spark, who's being pushed onto the outside line. No room down the inside. Holding all positions into turn 1. Terms of overtakes just yet. Both AlphaTauri is looking close though. King Cobb's getting a time penalty. Will he go for the dive down the inside later on the brakes? Then his teammate gets slightly pushed out onto the green stuff. And King Cobb's is the winner of that battle, with Ronan now joining the fight for 6th place. Velocity could get past Noble here, too far back to make a move into turn 1. I don't know what that was. There's just been a quadruple move really. Oh no, it was just lag. Noble gets a 3-second time penalty. 5 laps to go here. The Alfa Romeo is still second and third, followed by the Ferrari and the other Aston Martin. Ronan gets past the King Corbs of the AlphaTauri team, up into 6th now. Velocity closely following Noble, JF1, trying to stay in that slipstream as well as the DRS, so that is now going to be enabled this lap, not this straight though. And they'll have to wait one more lap to get any more DRS. King Cobbs gets past Ronin once again. That battle for 6th is ongoing. Ronin getting past King Cobbs again into turn 1. King Cobbs gets 3 seconds. However, as of now... Oh, the Wildstorm! He's hit the wall! That is very unlucky for the Alfa Romeo driver who's just come in for these final few laps. I don't know if that is lag or if it's something else, but he's not moving. That doesn't look like lag unless just everything's lagged. Yep, everything's lagged. Pretty well. I don't know how I'm still streaming this. Just hope that there hasn't been much change to the thing. I don't know what it even is anymore. Safety car. The Wildstorm, so he did crash out. And that won't get him a single point after leaving quite a big chunk of this race. Safety car is coming in this lap. With both Aston Martins now, 1st and 3rd, that could be decisive. Just have to wait and see. As the safety car comes in this lap for the penultimate lap of this Mexican Grand Prix, lap 35 to 36. Tsunoda gets off to a very good start, followed by Noble, and then 5 more cars behind him. There won't be any more DRS this race. There's not enough time to for the stewards to deploy it. And there's been massive crash with Spark and Alexis Beast. Oh my god, this race is turning on its head every corner of the lap. BRC Spark, if he can make a recovery drive now, if he even getting one more place, that will be his race now. Ronin getting him into 4th, battling with King Cobbs for that 4th position. Less than 4 tenths separate 2nd and 3rd, and now 4th, now up to 5 tenths. Tsunoda pulling away as the world champion should. BRC Spark looking for a re-overtake on Alexis Beast. Should get it going into the main straight. That is an extra points in position though, because of trying to make his AI. So he has got 8th place now. He can't make the move done yet. Ferrari is fighting back on the Alfa Romeo, both Ferrari engine users. Alexis Beast re-overtaking Spark. They're battling now. Spark, it looks like he's hit the curb or something. They're being pushed wide. He's now second behind Alexis Beast. But it looks like as the final sector comes and goes into the stadium section, fireworks go off. It is Tsunoda who will win the Mexican Grand Prix as long as he can keep it round this corner. And it is the Aston Martin of NRX Tsunoda who wins the... Oh! No, it's not! It's Velocity who wins the Mexican Grand Prix. The Ferrari beats the Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo on penalties. And that is actually the final the end of the session, the end of the race. That is your podium. Ferrari of Velocity lifting up the trophy. Champagne flying everywhere. And that will be huge for the Constructors' Championship now. Broden getting up into 4th. It's a very good drive from him. Joanimator going up into 5th. Joanimator's AI into 5th after 21 seconds for 1, 2, 3 of the drivers. BRC Spark ending up in 6th position after that really late crash with Alexis Beast. Alexis Beast ending up down in 10th. And the DNFs and Wildstorm not getting any points. No fastest lap this time, this round, no extra point, because it was done by the Wildstorm who finished 11th. But that is it for FRL round 9 in Mexico. The last race of the season is sure to be exciting with the constructors on the line. It's going to be next week, and I'll see you then.